7:00, call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag, of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Bill,
Here.
Chair Anderson,
Yes.
Clerk Squires.
Yes.
Trustee Appy,
Here.
Trustee Osling.
Here. Thank you. Thank you, Thank you, everybody for showing. Anybody on Zoom, Amanda? Nothing you see? Okay, very good. Let that record reflect. We're now to the point where we need to approve the meeting agenda. Does any board member have any additions or corrections, to the agenda this evening? Before I call for the question.
Nope.
All right, seeing none, I would entertain a motion, that we approve the meeting agenda as presented.
So moved.
So moved by Clerk Squires. Do I have support? Support by Trustee Osling. Any further discussion, board? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oppose the same. Motion carries. Thank you. We are on to the approval of the consent agenda. All those items are listed as 1 through 4 in there that we are going to entertain the motion for. I would entertain that motion at this time to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
Moved by Treasurer Anderson, supported by Clerk Squires.
Thank you.
All right. Any further discussion, board? All of those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oppose the same. That motion carries. Thank you very much. The elected officials reports, they're out on the back desk or the back table out there, also out online. Please take some time, peruse those at your own. I would entertain a motion that the elected officials reports be accepted and placed on file, board.
So moved.
Moved by Clerk Squires. Do we have support?
Second.
Support Treasurer Anderson. Any further discussion about those? Hearing none. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oppose the same. That motion carries. Thank you. We are now on to the first public comments section, and this is for 1 through 8 on your agenda as it is out there. If anybody has any questions that they wish before the board enters into any type of actions on the new business this evening, 1 through 8, public comment, please. Ma'am, you have a question? You'll have to step up here, if you will, there and give your name if you would, and go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And I have a question on.
I have a question on item number 2, I believe it is. It's the Marina Managers Report. Marina.
Report? No.
It was on the
It's
back
up there.
table?
Yeah, it's on the table.
Okay.
It is up there. There's are you talking about the proposed increase of marina slip fees?
I think she's actually talking about.
Or just the report itself? From the work session?
The report, yeah.
Oh.
I didn't see the other one, the proposed increase.
It's nothing up there.
Oh.
What's your question, ma'am?
Yeah, out of the greatest amount of transparency and public comment, go right ahead.
Oh, thank you, Brian. Okay, let's see. It has year-to-date net sales of $172,000. And I'd like to know, because that's net sales, why is it higher than the year-to-date? Well, the year-to-date fuel sales and net sales, I mean, it's higher. Net sales should be your revenue minus all your expenditures, overhead, whatever, cost of operating. So it should be lower. Why is it higher?
That report is off of the Clover system that he's copied on there. And they, for some reason, Clover calls net sales the gross sales minus returns or refunds. It's not net sales after expenses. It's basically gross sales is what that is.
Okay, it should say gross sales then
I
because
agree, but
Yeah,
that's
net
We'd have to
that's
change
the Clover system.
Yeah.
That's a proprietary software. I'm pretty sure we'll have a tough time doing that.
I'm a golfer and I wish my net score was higher than the gross.
Amen. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
that report does not reflect expenses, it's just
No,
sales.
sales.
Okay,
Gross
we shouldn't
sales.
say net then because net means less.
I just got used to looking at it.
We get,
Well,
I
yeah.
do understand what you're saying. Thank you for the question. Certainly very astute of you, so that's for sure. Absolutely. I understand. Is there any other public comments on 1 through 8 this evening? 1 through 8 on the agenda? In the room? Seeing none? Nothing on Zoom? See anything else? Then I think we'll continue to do business then, board. The first item on the agenda is a split application that we received from James Witt. As we reviewed at the work session on Thursday, he's looking to expand that for the for something for his son, if you will.
He's splitting his property.
On the, yeah, splitting the property, and our zoning folks say that they have no issue with it. It's minimum square footage of 2.5 acres. And so I would entertain the motion from the board to approve that lot split request for James Witt for parcel number 004-004-005-0035 as presented. Moved by Treasurer Anderson,
I'll support that.
supported by Trustee Hoppy. Any further discussion, board? Hearing none. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? The same. Motion carries. Thank you. Does Jason notify him, or is that something you do out of your office?
Yeah, together we do.
Together you do? Okay, very good. We're on to number 2. The proposed increase of marina slip fees for 2027 summer season. Jim Anderson, you want to give any brief on that? Just brief?
Yeah, basically, I talked to Russ, we'd had this discussion last year about considering the increase in the fees, so I told him or tasked him with in his monthly report that he make a recommendation to how he sees that fees should be increased. And basically, it's $100 for the full slips and $50 for the jet ski, the smaller slips, which I think comes out to about $17,000 additional gross income for the year. And I think it's been a couple of years. It's the first time we changed it since I
Correct.
changed it.
We didn't
sometime
last year.
for that. And it does equate close to what the special assessment was that the township had to pay for that property as a result of the
Like level control,
Right.
like level control.
assessment. So
All right, very good.
it's not like we are really making any
I was gonna say it's a
additional
little
money.
short, actually, isn't it?
Huh?
A little short of covering that.
They covered the marinas portion, but we
Correct.
also have to pay for
Right.
Carlos Park.
Carlos Park as well, out of there, so. Right, tragically so, it's like anything else. I did, get told that there may not be plans to assess this year for a project of any nature yet. Now, I haven't been notified that by proper authorities through proper channels, but,
No, and this year it was already behind the 8 ball.
yes.
Our budget was done and then we had to figure it out. So
That's correct.
you don't want to
All right,
not do that.
all right, I would entertain a motion that the board approve the Gerrish Township Marina fee schedule as proposed by the Gerrish Township Marina Manager.
So moved.
I would move by trustee Osling. And do I have support?
I'll support.
Support trustee Hoppy. Any further discussion, board? Hearing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same. Motion carries. Thank you. Number 3 is the fire and EMS request to the hiring of a paid on-call firefighter, Matt Zarebski. If you recall, Chief Gilliam presented at the work session with that request and certainly all of his qualifications as such. And as I told you then, I'm familiar with the entire Zarebski family, and Obviously, this is a great opportunity for our township to have an individual join us with the talents that he has, and happy that he's interested in our department. And so with that, I would make the motion myself that the board authorize Gerrish Township Fire Department EMS Chief Christy Gilliam to hire Matt Zarebski as a paid on-call firefighter contingent upon completion of background, physical, and drug screening. Need support?
I'll support.
Supported by
I'll
Clerk Squires. Board, any further discussion on your ends? None on your ends? Okay, very good. On my
Thank
end,
you.
before we vote, Matt has joined us this evening. He's out there in the audience. If you could pan in the audience, Amanda. Matt, can you just wave to the YouTube crowd that we'll have later? Doesn't want to be, there's nobody on Zoom, but YouTube will be tuning in. So yeah, Matt, we appreciate you 100%. Very good. I think it'd be an excellent addition to the department.
Absolutely.
And so without any further notice, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Matt, welcome. Thank you. And thank you for
Thank you.
considering us. Very nice.
Yeah.
Outstanding. All right, number 4, cemetery fee increase. As you're aware, Trustee Osling, myself, and Doug Kale, our sexton, have been working feverishly at the cemetery on ordinances and looking at the fee schedule currently charged and looking at the expenses. And we, out of the committee, we have come to you and with the document entitled, you should have it in the upper corner, 8/11 of 2026. And so I would I'd hate to make the motion, but I'll do it again. I'll make the motion to approve the Gerrish Township Cemetery fee schedule as presented and to be effective immediately.
I'll support.
Second.
Okay, Treasurer Anderson. All right, any further discussion or comment, board, about these? These are certainly reasonable and commensurate, both together. Any comment, Jim?
Nope.
Okay. All right, very good. So without further ado, then the motion has been made and seconded, and all of those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oppose the same. Motion carries. Thank you. Jim, thank you for all of your work, hard work on this cemetery project, which hasn't really been touched since about 1997. So we made good progress there. And we hope to have an ordinance proposal for replacement of the 1997 one here in the next few months. We're to the point we think we're going to have legal review here on it. So more to come on that. Number 5, at our work session, you all reviewed the notice of intent of Jerry McReynolds to resign from the Board of Review at the end of his term on 12/31 of 26. 16 years of service. He's just ready to move on out from the Board of Review. He's been a mainstay stable on our board for years. We're going to miss him. It's
Sure.
kind of a banking input, which is always very good to have when they're doing the Board of Review. So that being said, I would entertain a motion to accept the notice of the intent of Jerry McReynolds to resign from the Board of Review at the end of his term, 12/31 of 26, after 16 years of exemplary service on our Board of Review. And thank you, Gerald. Anybody make that motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Clerk Squires. We have support.
Support.
Support, Trustee Hoppy. All.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, yep. Oppose the same. Motion carried. You guys are getting to be like trained. Oh, see here. We are now on to number 6, also in accordance with people that exit and people that need to come on. And we did confront Steve, who's here. Steve Trudeau serves as a current alternate on that board. And so tonight I'll make the motion that the board approves Steve Trudeau and for the full-time position of the Board of Review for the term beginning 1/1 of 27 through 12/31 of 29, a 2-year term. I have the motion. Who has a second?
I'll second.
Second. Okay, Treasurer Anderson, second. Any further discussion, board? Hearing none. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same.
Steve.
Motion carried. Thank you, Steve.
Yep.
Thank you very much. We are now on to number 7. Number 7 is building and zoning assistant. And as most of you remember, back in June, we lost a 28-year employee to retirement. We went through the process of hiring a front desk receptionist, and that employee used to do a little bit of everything, if you will, there. And so we have the new employee at the receptionist desk, and Cindy Ostrowski is currently and has been a part-time, about 3-day a week,
Seasonal.
seasonal help employee here in the office. She has indicated she is interested in filling the position of the newly created building zoning assistant. And that is also basically a 3-day a week job year round. So she will be assisting Jason Jansen. He will be supervising her as the zoning administrator and performing the functions that he needs to make sure that we're not missing a beat. Everybody, proud to say, is stepping up. Everything's looking good in the office right now, and we're doing great at this point. So I would entertain a motion that the board approve the hiring of Cindy Ostrowski to fill the position of building zoning assistant, effective immediately. Anybody willing to make it?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by trustee Hoppy, support by trustee Osling. Any further discussion, board? Hearing none. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose the same. Motion carries. I think we incredible stroke of luck there.
We have
Yeah, that's true.
Incredible stroke of,
somewhere there. Yeah.
incredible stroke of,
Let's keep it moving.
yes, she has been very good and has been very valuable with the new employee too, and helping Sabrina out. So that's awesome. And we are on to number 8, the ever and all important and exciting topic of the township audit. Jim, you're going to give us your exhilarating explanation of the audit.
Well, I already did that.
Right here. It's right here.
I did put one out, I think.
Go ahead, Jim.
Well, I don't have my copy in front of me.
Oh, I got
I
it.
don't really need it.
I got it.
I'm not gonna go in that kind of detail. I will-
Okay.
I will say that the audit was completed by Tyler Waters. We have an unmodified opinion, which means that there's nothing in there that they consider to be materially incorrect. No exceptions in the audit. And there's no surprises in there because the adjustments that were made were very minor. And only because of the fact that he has, being a prior auditor, I know how this works, coming in 2-3 months later, you have a better 2020 vision of what occurred because the dust settled. So there's just a minor adjustments. And the only other thing that that's different, there's a new requirement that in the audit that it's always shown original budget, amended budget, actual expenses or revenues, and a variance. And the new reporting requirement also now has a 5th line in there that it's the difference between original budget and amended budget. And what that does is it kind of tells you how good a budgeting job the entity did at the beginning. Because if there's a huge variance in there, that means that you really didn't know where you're gonna be, or something really dramatic happened throughout the year, like maybe a major grant or event. And ours had very minor adjustments in there, which is an indicator that with the fact that we didn't have to make huge adjustments to get us in line, because we were in line with our budget. And we did that without having to make a bunch of budget amendments. So that's an indicator of good management. And I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm just telling you what it is. because it's really, as a group, we came up with that and monitored the budget. And I think the fact that we are quarterly making our adjustments now, which we just did, indicates that we're on top of that. So good reporting on a monthly basis means you're gonna have good adjustments or planning as you go. So all the F-65's been filed. We did that internally. And audit's been filed with the state of Michigan, as well as the other required reporting. So we're in compliance and timely.
I think I asked you before, but when is the audit due? When are municipal audits due?
6 months from the year end, so been September 30th.
September 30th.
So we're ahead of schedule.
Yeah,
Or, yeah, we were ready for the audit in May.
Sure.
It was really.
it was tied up at the
His
time.
timing.
Anybody got any board member, any other
No.
questions or whatever?
I think it's a lot to be proud of from where we were at a few years ago.
Yep.
Thank you to this
We look well,
group of
Yeah.
folks that I'm working with.
we look healthy. Okay, very good. Then I would entertain a motion that the board approve and accept the Gerrish Township audited financial statements for the year ending March 31st, 2026. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Hoppy, second. Supported by trustee Osling. Any further discussion, board? Hearing none, all those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
I,
Aye. The opposed, the same. Motion carries. Thank you. We are at the end of our regular agenda. We now open to public comments, which are not restricted to the 8 items on the agenda. They're whatever it is you would like to say, make a comment to the board about. I certainly would entertain that at this time. There's nobody, I don't think, out in Zoom at all, so in the room. In the room, we would entertain comments if you have any. And if you do, again, you can raise your hand to come up to the chair there so that everybody can hear you. All right. I'm seeing no one. Let that record reflect. No one wanted to make a comment of any nature. We're now on to announcements. Mary Jo, do you have an announcement?
Really, I was impressed. Every time I'm on the west side or no, north side of the lake, I go through Carlos Park. And the other day it was so hot and there were so many kids and people playing and the parking lots were pretty much full. And it wasn't a weekend.
Hmm.
It was during the week. And it was
Good to see
it
you.
was, yeah, it was just really nice. Very proud of our township park.
We're good. Clerk Squires, announcement?
nothing.
Trustee Osling.
No, I just would like to say that the Health of Higgins Lake initiative had a Celebrate Higgins Lake event, an expo out at the marina over the weekend. And we were all kind of nervous if we were going to have anybody show up. Turns out we had shoulder to shoulder for a while. It was an incredible turnout and about 12 or 15 really informative staff booths with people there to talk about their particular topic and the Muskegon watershed, the DNR, the all the committees from HOHL, Foundation, HLPOA, all participated, and it was we had great music too. I'm telling you, the music was, but thanks to our
But I heard,
Mr. Anderson.
And
And food, and it was a great success. So thanks to all those that were involved and the support for the board for that. And the other one is the grant application that I spoke with us about at our last board meeting from the Higgins Lake Foundation. They approved our grant application last night at their board. So we're going to move forward with this is the Sovereign Park demonstration map that we've been talking about. So we got that funded in full from the Higgins Lake Foundation, and we'll get the ball rolling.
Good.
That's it.
All right. Treasurer Anderson.
Tax collections are going smoothly. We did have a planning commission meeting today. And we, I believe, are done with the final revisions from the plan commission on that master plan. And they will be making the corrections from today. The next step is going to be this board will be tackling that at a work session. Depending on when they get the draft to me and I can get it to Brian and just get it to the board. If, I guess the question would be is 2 or 3 weeks, and it might only be 2 weeks, going to be enough time for everybody to digest that, to have a good conversation, meaningful one on September 3rd. And because then we need to vote to put it out in public,
Yeah.
you know.
Do you have to have a public hearing for that
There will be a public hearing, but they need a 63-day
window?
public viewing, an opportunity for people to
Okay.
look at it.
Okay.
And that clock will tick, but we gotta either vote to hold, wait another month and look at it, put it to the public, or kick it back to the planning commission with whatever issues we have.
When's the 63-day clock start?
I think it starts when we vote to put it to the public.
Gotcha.
So the planning commission will have the public hearing?
Yeah, but that's like December.
Okay,
I think
that's
after-
after the board has us look at it. And then the clock ticks.
I got it right
And
here.
then
This is
public
the,
hearing.
right now they're looking at September 8th. We would at that point consider distributing it, and the 63-day comment period would start on that date. That would be our Tuesday night meeting like this one. December 10th would be the plan commission meeting to conduct the public hearing, consider recommending the plan adoption. And
September
then
10th?
on the 10th.
It's a
Then
Wednesday.
January 12th, the Board of Trustees would then consider adopting the plan. So the 63 days would start on after September 8th that we put it out there. And then
When you say you're putting it out there, whereabouts are we put?
it'll be on the website, there'll be hard copies, announcement that McKenna will handle that, but
Okay, that's what I wanted to find.
that
out.
they'll make sure it's done right.
Okay.
But I mean, this is the proposed dates that project schedule sheet went over today. And, but it does hinge on us. If we can't get our ducks in a row to be able to look that over and agree to that on the 8th, then it'll push it back another month. But it'll be 63-day period minimum from September 8th. Then our next regular meeting after that for the plan commission will be December 10th. At that time, we've conducted a public hearing and consider recommending the plan to the township board. And then on our January meeting, that's when we would vote to adopt it, if we see.
You're gonna
Yeah.
send us a timeline? Could you send me?
I could share you, yeah.
Share that copy for timeline?
Yeah, I only got this.
Because it sounds to me like what, will the board, do you want to entertain? It is now August 11th. And if we get that, do you need more than August 11th to September 3rd? to
Guess it
become
depends on when it
educated
comes
enough
in.
To talk about it at September 3rd work session? That's.
And there'll be an
We have a good couple of
opportunity.
weeks and we should be fine. If we have a couple of weeks to
Well, that's
look
what
at
I,
things.
she said today, Greg, you were there. She said it was gonna be at least a week, right? Before she'd get it back to us. It could, I'm just being safe. I'm saying, okay, let's say it's 2 weeks. That still gives you approximately 2 weeks before the 3rd. If I
Read it.
immediately get you it'll be digital copy because
Mhm.
it's 110 pages or something. And it's actually, I mean, I've read it multiple times now because we've literally today we're getting down into the ifs, ors, and buts in the language. It's got some really useful information in there. You know, I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. It's got a much more current view and colorful look than the one they had before. The premises behind it, I don't think we've changed the direction of the township by any means with it, but it does have more current census information, you know, housing information, the survey that was done and what people's perspectives were That's all up to date. And then the layout is just much more, I think it's easier to read. And then they've got a matrix in the back that talks about the objectives and the goals, which the other one did not have it laid out that way. So it's, I think in that respect, it's a little easier to follow. But, you know, we struggled with some of the wording on the goals and whether they should be worded as we shall, we will, or we might want to consider those type of
It's not,
things on the
there's
subject.
not an over goal going on here, is there? I mean,
No,
you can get too many
no,
goals and then you can
but-
accomplish nothing.
You know, when
You
you
think
s-
it's reasonable?
Yeah, I do. Don't you think so, Greg? I mean,
You think it's?
There's so many goals in there, you could, like, 1 or 2 a year and be here doing them for 10 years or something, so. But everybody's consensus was that it made sense to list those things so that people can be aware of those.
but some of them are ongoing as we've been addressing them as we go. I mean, that, when they first started the first draft, that they said you should consider a short-term rental ordinance. Well, we were just wrapping it up and getting it,
Right.
we've actually have it addressed. And so they had changed the wording on there to, you know, maintaining it. Yeah, there are a few of those that are a little bit stretched, but it's an ongoing thing. But the premise there is that if you want to look at, kind of give you a sort of a perspective of where we're at, and what their values are in this township. You know, we talked about renewable energy and some of those other hot topics and whether we should, you know, some people believe we should try to, you know, put a moratorium on it, which I don't know if we legally can do that, but we can at least address it and then state that it is what we consider a viable idea in this particular township. And then zoning also would take care of some of that, but anyways, you read it and then, you know, if you got questions and comments, I'm not sure exactly how that works on the 10th, if we take the public comments and then decide to make changes, make them and then put it to the board, but there's a.
You talking about
a
public
step
comment
there.
at a regular meeting on September 10th?
And
That's your
Or
regular,
was it
So regular.
December 10th?
the third is the work session, that's the goal. We'd
So-
have to have it on our work session.
For the
discussion.
third. And then, but with the intent of going 7 days later to the full board for a regular. Like we, you know, a regular meeting and we're hearing comments.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're
'cause
just,
that's not,
it's still not public until after you vote on the 8th. Up until that point, it's still within the
I got my
township.
calendar out because you got me confused now.
The third is the work session, the 8th
Let me
is
look.
our regular meeting.
All right, third is a work session, 8th, so the 10th is a public hearing by the planning commission.
On December 10th,
No, what's September 10th? Huh?
we have a meeting, but it has.
It's
we will-
planning commission on that day, 10th?
I believe we do have one in September, but won't have anything to do with the timeline on this. You're gonna vote, we're gonna vote to put it to the public on the September 8th. If we choose to do so, that's when
Right,
the clock.
after some review on the 3rd, if we're comfortable. Okay, all right, so I'll put a note to agenda it. If everybody, unless board members get it and they're like, yeah, I just don't think we can.
again, it depends on
He's-
when we
And-
get it.
And this is flexible. If we need
Okay.
to move it, we just move it.
Very
You know, my concern was, are you gonna feel comfortable and have enough time to review this before and have a good discussion on our work session? Or should we wait another
Just to
month?
give some perspective, can you approximate how long the planning commission has been working on this project?
For a year?
Year,
Yeah.
1 year.
Okay.
It's been a year. We started this process
Yeah, we authorized it last
in
summer.
the summer of 25,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of time and effort's been put into it by the planning commission.
Well, if you remember, we had the survey.
Yeah.
And all that, and then just all the discussions about what
And a
should
three
be
and a
in
half
it.
hour meeting today on it.
And today was a 3.5 hour meeting, yeah, and 2 of it was on the master plan. The other hour and a half, it was on the septic.
Moving right along.
And just, but you know, we're still We're still moving forward on it. We had a very productive meeting with, what's his first name?
Jarsky.
Mark
Mark.
Jarsky from, Michigan District Health. And I think it was very formative. We really didn't end up working on the draft per se. We talked more about just concepts of with, the health department and some of the issues that we've been facing. So I think the information we got out of him will be very useful for our next meeting. But our focus now that this now is put, the master plan's now next stage, we'll probably be able to focus more just on that. I think I've talked enough.
Nope, sounds good.
Yeah, thanks for explaining it.
For me, unless it's, I've shared everything with you folks, our plight with non-certified roads and, who's in charge of what, and those kind of inundated this past month. I did get an email from, the manager, Roger Saxton, for maybe us to sit down and have a chat. Cause I'd like to get some proactive information out there for the public of what you could expect for service on roads, being non-certified, certified and private. And there seems to be some real misunderstanding going on that apparently that we have some, or that we own these roads in Gerrish Township. And as the townships, in the true meaning of the word own, we don't own roads, and we don't have a Department of Public Works in Roscommon County is the people that are in charge of the roads, but they have their restrictions too about what they can do with a non-certified road, like, with regards to what money they can actually spend on certifieds, and they don't get paid to do non-certifieds, and private, I think, speaks for itself. And so I'm hoping to try and make some headway and maybe get something proactive out there instead of behind the scenes where people are pretty upset because they feel like they get passed from government to government.
Speaking of roads,
Mhm.
what's the status of the, maybe chief, this, display up on, near Rolling Oak there on 100?
The trailer's still there, obviously, but
Is that our initiative or our effort, or is it the road commission's?
That was.
That's yours.
Set
Okay.
that up to the sheriff department for our other side.
Okay.
Commissioner Janowski had requested it, 2 weeks ago. So I made arrangements to have that put out there to get the preliminary data, like we did on West Birch, and, probably keep it out there another week or two, and then get results and I'll relay that information.
okay,
Thanks.
very good. Anybody, board members, any other comments or announcements? No, I'm gonna, at the risk, is there any other announcements in the audience before we go? Last word. All right, I'm not seeing any and there's none on Zoom. I would entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:38 PM. Anybody want to make that?
I'll make that motion.
Clerk Squires, anybody support? Support. Treasurer Anderson, any further discussion about the wisdom of leaving this evening? Hearing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed the same, motion carries. Thank you.